Hey, Miss Jennifer's first grade students. Today we are going to do an art project that is centered on butterflies. So the first thing that I want to talk to you about is this concept called symmetry. And symmetry is like a mirror image. So if you look across this dotted line, you're going to see this shape flipped onto here. Okay, so this is symmetry. It's the mirror image. Similarly, if I took this yardstick and divided myself in half, it's pretty symmetrical. I've got an eye on this side and an eye on the other. I've got one nostril here, one there, one shoulder here, one there. So this is symmetry. Now, one of the things that is symmetrical in nature is the butterfly. So I'm going to demonstrate a drawing of a butterfly for you. And if you notice, the butterfly has two fore wings and two hind wings. And they look alike. They are mirror images of each other. So we're going to attempt to do a symmetrical drawing. Now, here's the deal. In my project, I drew it in pencil first. And then I got a black pastel and did my outlining. And then I did my watercolor. For y'all, I want you to use whatever materials that you have at home. And so if this is a crayon drawing, fine. A pencil drawing, fine. A marker drawing, that is fine too. If you happen to have oil pastels and paint, that would be great. But if not, use what you have at home. All right. So let's get started with our drawing of a butterfly. And I'm going to go over this in black marker so you can see it better. All right. So we have the pencil drawing done first. And if you're going to do a marker project, let me get my marker. Okay, so we're going to start with pencil. And I usually, the butterfly, like all other insects, has a head, a thorax, and then an abdomen. And the abdomen is longer than both the head and the thorax. It's this longer part right here. And so what I'm going to do is start with the head. I'm going to come down for the thorax. There's a little bump here, and then come down for the abdomen. And then I'm going to repeat that to make it symmetrical on the other side. Okay, and then you can put your antennae there. Okay, and I like to start with the fore wings before the hind wings. And so you'll notice that in these upper wings, they kind of stretch across. They are wider than the wings at the bottom. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my other one. Okay, so that'll take up about this much space. So the wings will be between that head and the thorax. Then the lower wings or the hind wings are going to come from the thorax all the way down to the abdomen. Okay, and then you can begin to start on your patterns. Do it in pencil first. I'm going to do mine in marker just so you can see it, but I want you to do yours in pencil, please. Okay, and you're going to see these kind of curvilinear shapes. In the middle, and then you're going to see smaller shapes around the border. Okay, and you can thicken these if you like. And then in the border, you'll notice that with the monarch butterflies, there are white spots and the border is black. The negative space is black, but the positive space in the border is white with your spots. And then after you establish that, you can come in with an orange marker if you have these at home and fill that in. And then for your negative space or your background, you can do clouds if you want. You can fill this whole thing with some kind of sky if you want. You could put it on a flower. That's going to be up to you. Okay. If you're using marker, then do the whole thing in either marker crayon or marker and colored pencil. If you're going to do watercolor, then make the black be either crayon or oil pastel, but not marker. Because if you do marker, black marker there, it's going to spread into your other watercolor. Okay? I cannot demonstrate for you the watercolor on this cabinet because everything will spill off. All right? But I will break that down for you in your lesson plan and show you the steps for watercolor. All right? So just remember, we're looking for symmetry, a reflective image on each side of your butterfly, and some kind of patterns in there. Okay, and remember this sheet that had the patterns on, and remember line quality. So you're going to see some curvilinear lines right here. And then be creative. Do you have to do a monarch butterfly just because I did? No, you absolutely do not. You absolutely do not. Online in this lesson plan, I put a YouTube about the migration of monarch butterflies from Canada to Mexico. And what I wanted to share with you during this lesson is that in Native American powwows, one of the 4 primary dances is called the fancy dance. And then for women, it is called the fancy shawl dance in particular. And this involves a lot of step work and a lot of coming up off the ground. And then the shawl of the fancy shawl dancer represents the wings of a butterfly. And there is a story that's told where the woman goes into a cocoon after a period of mourning and being sad over the loss of something. And then the dance celebrates her growing wings and coming back to life. So that's the fancy shawl dancer. Okay, remember, use whatever materials you have at home. And if you have materials that offer you color, that would be ideal. But if not, it's okay. And you are doing a butterfly, exploring the concepts of symmetry and shape. All right, I can't wait to see what you create, and we'll see each other in the next couple of weeks. Thanks, bye.